Is high-speed rail an ecological paradox? Historically, there are many examples of new technologies which have had unexpected social and ecological impacts. Take the enhanced steam engine designed by James Watt, which burned coal far more efficiently than previous models. Common intuition tells us that the more efficient technology would help Britain reduce its use of coal, but as William Stanley Jevons pointed out in his famous paradox, the use of coal actually skyrocketed after Watt's invention. The more efficient engines lowered the relative cost of coal, which had the effect of increasing demand for the resource. A similar problem can be identified with the so-called paperless office. In the 1990s, it was assumed that the ability to store data digitally would help reduce the amount of paper used. Yet as social scientists have pointed out, these digital technologies have actually coincided with a dramatic increase in the use of paper. There are countless useful technologies like these which offer the potential for more efficient use of resources, but which actually result in greater overall consumption if the technologies are not introduced in tandem with smart policies, regulatory measures, and educational awareness. Now that's an important if, and it serves as the premise of my doctoral research into the technology of high-speed rail. We like to think that introducing high-speed trains in Canada's busiest transport corridors can help reduce the nation's greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution because the trains run on electricity instead of fossil fuels. Numerous political leaders have claimed that high-speed trains can make Canada more sustainable, and they say it will get us there in half the time, and it will reduce traffic accidents. It sounds great to me. Yet as my research points out, there's a number of dimensions where we need to be careful. For instance, in the Calgary-Edmonton corridor, much of the electricity used to power the trains will be generated by burning coal, a major emitter of greenhouse gases and air pollution. At the same time, it's important to consider the deep environmental footprint of construction. Are our existing tracks and crossings even up to the task? Or will we need to build an entirely new mega project? And now how much energy have we saved? Finally, there is always the risk of a mobility paradox, in which the introduction of a new mode generates additional traffic. So it's not just that people will take the train instead of driving to get to work in the neighboring city, more people are actually going. This all raises some deep questions about the way our society reacts to new technologies given our contemporary social context. Critical social science can play a major role in helping to expose the paradoxes that lurk behind new efficient technologies and identifying the right mix of oversight tools required to ensure that green technologies really are green in practice.